That hunk of wood is not a deity. If you want that deity, you go into God. That is where the deity resides. The worshipper knows this. No, it is not idol worship. An idol is a material representation of a deity, which is used in worship. Taking that definition further into biblical sense, it is the image and image of a deity other than God. So hold that thought for a second whilst we explore briefly IGBO spirituality, which is the understanding of the nature of existence, the nature of consciousness, the nature of the self and soul. Now, central to IGBO spirituality is the concept of God, Chukwu, the Great Spirit. Chukwu is the totality or the aggregation of all Chis. Chi, all elements, all objects, everything in creation has a Chi. I have a Chi. Everyone in this audience has a Chi. It is part and parcel of God. The inanimate objects as well. The abstractions, this chair has a Chi. The floor has a Chi. The roof of this building has a Chi. Even abstract concepts have a Chi. Which means that nothing, absolutely nothing, can exist outside of God, Chukwu. Chukwu is the aggregation of all the Chis. And central to IGBO spirituality is that idea of a unity of creation. Let's now look at prayer, right? Someone is standing in front of a statue or a carving in supplication to a deity or an energy or what have you. We need to understand what the prayer is all about. Now, the IGBO prayer has a standard format. There will be the throwing of chalk, nzu. There will be the breaking of a kola nut. There will be the offering, whether it be food item or a sacrifice. And finally, there's a libation being poured. Now, if you go into the prayer itself, he will invoke God first. Chukwu Abiyama Tuanzu. He's inviting God, the supreme being, to, partake of the throwing of chalk. Now, the symbolism of that throwing of chalk is, Nzu is peace, is purity, is spirit. I come to the spirit in peace and purity and love. Throw the Nzu with me, which means meet me in that space of worship with your best and highest qualities. Now he starts from Chukwu and talks about and then invites the abstractions like Anya Wonobosi, the daylight and the day, and starts listing the various energies. The Holy Spirit, which is Nawu, Idemili, God's daughter, and continues, goes through the entire list of energies, inanimate objects that he can remember. And at the end, he would say, that is, let everything congregate. Let all of creation congregate. If I name you, if I call you, call your kith and kin, come and join me. Through Nzu, let us meet ourselves in a space of love and purity. Once that happens, he then breaks the kola nut. What he's doing in essence, he's communing with all of creation. Now I ask you, what is all of creation? That is God, Chukwu. He is not praying to an idol. He's communing with the totality of creation. Yes, he may want to work with a certain aspect of God, a certain energy of God. Maybe he wants to address his Ikenga, which is the divine archetypal masculine force. But that prayer to Ikenga, or that request to Ikenga, would start with a supplication to God and all of creation. None of them exist outside of God. The worshipper themselves, or himself or herself, realizes that what he's doing is not worshiping an idol. Because the Igbos have a saying that Ufike Bulunkwagu Olono Bulunagu Uburagu Onye Choba Agu Agu de na Chukwu. I'll translate that. Ufike is the non-dibia, the non-magical person. So the point is, A non-magical person or the unenlightened one picks up the carving of a deity and believes he has carried a deity. He's wasting his time. That hunk of wood is not a deity. If you want that deity, you go into God. That is where the deity resides. The worshipper knows this, that they're not worshiping idols. They know that they're not worshiping an idol.